Hey guys, it's Ben, and I'm back again. I'm going to unbox today a new construction set that I found from McFarlane Toys based on Rick and Morty, one of the best cartoons ever. And I opened up in my previous video the set. It's a little bit smaller than this, and it has Scary Terry in here. This one's a much bigger set. It's got two characters. These characters have actual hands, so I feel like this is my first real look at what these little figures are going to be like. So, let me pop this open, and then I'll assemble it and see what we think. I really liked the figure for the first set that I put together, that Scary Terry figure. I think they did a really good job on his face. And take a closer look at this guy and see if I think the same thing. So, what are we looking at here? We've got a pack of the bricks. We've got another pack of the bricks. There's a head in there. That's Evil Morty. Pack of bricks. Instructions with some nice big pictures on the back of other sets that you can get. I think I'll probably want to get a couple of those. And here, bricks. And finally the figure. So I'm going to assemble one figure, the Evil Morty. And this one here is Evil Rick, already assembled. I'm going to get him out of here. Get him out. Okay, he feels different than Scary Terry did. I like that. So I'm going to put this together, and then we'll have a look what the final product looks like. Okay, so we have a completed build here. Let me scoot these things closer so we can have a look. So what we've got here is Evil Rick and Evil Morty with a portal in the middle of the living room, and a clock and a picture on the wall of Snowball. I think that's a fun detail. The build was not that fun. Just like I discovered with the set that had Scary Terry in it, the instructions are not very clear. The drawings are pretty weird with arrows pointing in different directions. I had to build a couple of things, 2 and 3 and 4 times before I realized what the drawing actually meant to say. All that I have to compare it to is Lego, and Lego is so easy that a 4-year-old can build it. Even if it says that the set is for 8 and older, a 4-year-old can typically take care of it. This one is marked, 14 and up. You can see right here through the door. And so maybe that's their excuse, hey, this is for older people. You have to be smart to put these together. And maybe that means I'm not smart. Or maybe it means they need to have better instructions. I've got actually a handful of complaints about this set here. If you can see, the paint is not all that great. I'm going to scoot these guys forward. So have a look at Evil Morty here. He's got his eye looking off to one side. That's not what it looks like in the picture. He's got his eye. Oh no, look at that. He does have his eye looking off to one side. I think it's looking too far off to one side. I was comparing it to this picture on the inside. If you look at the Rick, the Evil Morty that they've got right here, and it's kind of hard to see, his eye's looking straight forward. So that throws me off, makes me think that maybe they don't care too much in the Chinese factory how the paint is applied. The weapon was also pretty hard to put into Evil Morty's hand. I'm used to Legos just kind of clicking in there real easy. And I think that this is probably a couple of nanometers too big, or the hand material should be made of something more flexible. I know that's a dangerous thing to say because other companies, you put something right into the figure's hand and then the hand, breaks within the first few times that you do it. So that's a dangerous complaint for me to have, so just call it a wish list item. I would just wish that this was a little easier to put into his hand. There's a big contrast between these two, and by the way, Evil Rick also kind of has a bad paint job. If you look really close, I'm not sure if I'll be able to capture it, but there's a big spot of paint actually just missing. Like when his eyeball was wet, it touched something. I don't know if you can see that right next to the pupil, but there's just a big spot of paint scratched off. And the paint's kind of sloppy on the face here. On the back, same thing. We've got a lot of scuff marks and things like that, and I don't love that. He's pretty wiggly when you try to stand him up. He wants to bend forward. His arms, I do like. His arms are made out of a really different material. Kind of the same stuff that the hair is made out of, where it's really bendy like this, so the little kids won't poke their eyes out. This one, he's got a bendy elbow. Reminds me of a Muppet, and I think that that's pretty fun. The hands are hard and kind of difficult to get a weapon into, but that's fine. So those are my complaints about the figures, and again, all I can do is compare them to the other things that I know. The next video that I'm going to make kind of compares the minifigures of different companies. So let's set these guys aside. We've talked about them, and let's look at this. The final product is pretty cool. A couple of things that I do like, these floorboards, I'll get them a little closer so you can see. They've got some texture and they look like they're really made out of wood, and that's fun. This big portal on the back, it's kind of cool detail. It was hard to attach because you're putting it on kind of blindly. It snaps to the wall in two spots here, and so you really got to be careful doing that. This clock I like. I wouldn't miss it if it was totally gone and the set was $2 cheaper, I think that this is just as cool. It was again, the instructions not very clear on how to put it together, so that was sort of a pain. The other thing that I did not like is that I put stickers on the front of the clock, great. The inside, or the tick-tock part of the clock, that's great. Stickers on the side of the clock, I don't like that because I've got all these pieces snapped together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus layers. I can never take this apart and build anything else because I put a sticker on the side to keep it all together. Some people build Legos for life. Some people build Legos hoping to one day take them apart and build something else with them. You don't have that option here. But maybe their argument is, well, we're not Legos. This is something totally different. And so it is what it is. I do like the final look. I'm not going to take it apart. It's not really an option anyway. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put this right here. If his foot sticks on that peg. Again, he's got wiggly legs, so it's not that easy. And the clock is probably going to keep falling down forever. Anyway, that's the assembled kit. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad I built it. I don't like it as much. The building part, I don't like as much as when I build with other types of building sets like Lego. The minifigures I think are pretty cool. They're kind of cheap looking, sloppy looking, but that's only if I look too close. But I get the basic idea. So as a whole, I like the set. Again, I'm glad I got it. I'm going to do a comparison in my next video of the different types of minifigures, so tune in to that. Please like my channel and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.